Hello everybody, Pinstripe here. What is going on with you? Welcome back to some more Hogs of War. Today got the Commando versus Legend for you guys. Obviously I have done the Ace versus Legend, I've done the Ace versus the Hero, I've done Commando versus Hero, so I'm kind of making my way through all the different iterations of the top tier classes playing against each other, and I will move on to other ones like, I don't know, Gunner versus Medic, that kind of thing, but all of that will come in future. So we're here on the final mission because obviously this is where you play against the Legends, and I have a full squad of Commandos. We've talked about them before in terms of when the Commando comes up against the Hero and how the weapons are quite similar, but things are a little bit different here on mission 25. The Legend, as many of you will know, has the Tranquilizer and Machine Gun combo as their primary single-use rifle-based weapon, whereas I have the Sniper Rifle, so I do have the upper hand on that one, giving me further accuracy and just a solid base point of damage that I don't have to worry about, losing ammo on. They do, of course, have the rarest weapon in the game, being the Shockwave, which when used allows the enemy to basically blast an opponent off the map, but I mean, they very rarely use it. I think I've only ever seen a single Legend in my lifetime career of playing Hogs of War use the Shockwave once. My main concern when fighting against Legends is the fact that they have the Airstrike and Fire Rain Airstrike, which can do a lot of damage. They airstrike more consistently, but overall it's just a bit terrifying when you're fighting against a dude who's got more health than you, more weapons, and basically can kill you if they're fairly accurate. I mean, I know this isn't on hard mode at the moment, but I will probably show that in future and show the difference in the two, because that would be a test in my case, especially when playing as the Commando. I'm sure a lot of you would agree and would like to see that, and that will come in future, so do be prepared to see the same video like Hero versus Legend and Ace versus Legend, but on hard mode. To be honest, I really enjoy fighting against the Legends. It's just something that is really satisfying to me, and it reminds me of the old times where I would just, poison them and then hide, and poison them and then hide, and the rounds would last for hours, but it was eventually worth it when I finally got my first ever win against them. And the realization, I don't know when this occurred, but the realization that they were actually beatable and that they weren't as difficult as I'd made them out to be in my head. I guess it's just that kind of like gamer jitters where you come up against the big bad boss and your brain makes it seem bigger than it actually is and you underestimate yourself. But I use the cluster bomb tactic as much as possible, getting all the damage out of it as I can and trying to blast them off the map, but the game just wasn't having it. I tried to do that on 2 occasions, and on both times the Legend ended up landing back on the hill and then running back down again. Sometimes the Legend will land on the hill and then explode. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just in certain areas. I know it happens a lot in multiplayer, as you've seen from my previous videos, where it's just absolute bullshit and I was just not expecting it, But the main tactic to begin with is, as always on this map, is to grab a health kit and then start inflicting damage. As it is with most missions in this game, there is always some kind of objective, and that is usually placed alongside actually taking down the enemy team. In this case, I'm not going to be doing that, and I apologize if that annoys anyone. I know that people have been wanting me to focus on the objectives, but in this series where it's like this character versus this character, it's mainly just going to be the fighting, so how they stack up against each other. If I'm perfectly honest, I have never destroyed all the Schwills on this mission and completed it in full. I've never done it. All I've either done is kill Izzy first time round or kill all the Legends, because that realization came when I played through it first time round and I thought, oh okay, I have to destroy all the Schwills in order to progress. But no, you just have to kill the Legends and then you can go on. That's all you have to do. If you are like a perfectionist or a speedrunner, they are quite similar, I have to say, then yeah, okay, go ahead and try and 100% it. But to be honest, I just enjoy the gameplay. I'm the kind of Hogs of War player that just enjoys sitting down and blowing up some pigs. I've always liked the way that Hogs of War has handled objectives, in that they're very secondary, very subtle as well, in the way that they're kind of brought across to the player, because the main objective is always going to be kill the enemy team. That's always going to be a thing, that's never going to change. And the other stuff like, oh, if you do this and then you destroy this and we'll gift you with this promotion point, that's an additional thing for you to do, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And the benefit is, of course, that if you do those objectives, you will gain promotion points more in terms of, going from mission to mission, and that will allow you to promote your pigs faster, gaining extra health, gaining extra weapons, so on and so forth. the usual stuff that everyone already knows from this game. But the main thing that I love is that it's always up to the player. It's never forced on them in that you must do this, otherwise you cannot progress, you know? I think especially when we talk about hard mode, that's when the player really has to consider the objectives and utilizing it to gain extra promotion points. I've had it before where I've lost a teammate and I've had to rely on additional objectives to gain myself back the promotion point that I lost from the survival bonus. Getting back to the gameplay then, and as you can see I'm making good headway in terms of dishing out plenty of damage onto the enemy. The enemy French dude, legend man, is down to 34 health, which means I can take him out with a single sniper rifle shot, which will come anytime soon. I was hoping he would damage himself from this range, but unfortunately he was just far away enough to stay out of the blast radius of the bazooka. So I've kind of gone over what I've done before when I'm playing against heroes, in terms of the weapons that I'm using and kind of the order in which I'm using them. So I'm sticking to that and using the jetpack and then the cluster bomb and then the airstrike and then basically anything I'm left with, in which case will either be the sniper rifle, the bazooka or the TNT, because the poison gas, I mean, I'm not really going to rely on too much given that there are pockets of water here and there that are poison themselves, so if you can knock enemy legends into there, that is always beneficial. In the comments below I want to know who is your favourite legend character and why, and do you prefer fighting against the legends compared to the easy route of being able to kill Izzy in like 2 turns? Comments are always greatly appreciated, so let's get a discussion going down there about the Commando versus Legend. Do you think they stack up quite nicely? I reckon in the hands of a normal human player, I would get completely destroyed by the Legend if I was playing with a team of Commandos, just because of the fact that they have the airstrike and the fire rain airstrike to just decimate my pigs, because usually the airstrike will do a minimum on a good day of about 120 damage, which takes out 90% of my health. That is if I haven't picked up any health packs along the way.
Shooting!
Finally, I get to use my other commando who has all of his weapons intact, given that everybody has kind of depleted most of their resources already. He was hit by a tranquilizer dart, so kind of missed his turn, so now I can use the jetpack and cluster bomb combination, and once again fail to blast Big Matt off the map, which was unfortunate in my case because, I mean, he had the most health. He was the one who wasn't being dealt any damage, so he was kind of the main chunk of health left for the Legends team. So I've got the pillbox as well, which is always very helpful. I would always recommend kind of picking that up whenever you can, because usually the routine is going to be you're going to make Izzy jump out of the pillbox and then he's going to fall off because, you know, when a pig lands on another pig's head, they will do like 1 damage from jumping on top of them, but they will instantly be knocked off, unless it's the American version of the game, in which case pigs aren't damaged and they do not fall off other pigs' heads, so you can actually stack multiple pigs on top of each other and not have to worry about them falling off, which is dumb, but I'm curious to see how that would play out on the final mission when Izzy jumps out and things go crazy. So that's usually my first task when I'm playing this mission, is to acquire the pillbox, because it gives me extra shield, it protects me from enemy attacks, and I don't have to worry about them using sniper rifles, given that they only have tranquilizers and machine guns. And I mean, the tranquilizer still only does 20 damage when it's shot at a pillbox, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Acquiring it will also act as a good distraction tactic as well, given that, as I said before, enemy AI will usually target vehicles rather than pigs, so that gives you a chance to divert their attention away from other pigs that may be quite close to them. On this next shot I get pretty lucky, given that Izzy makes a mistake and basically kills his own legend. He's only got 7 health left, but he is going to die on his next turn, given that he will lose 10 health, so that pretty much gains me an extra turn, which means I can utilize this opportunity to heal myself up and try and bolster my team in turn. Given that the commandos only have medical darts, it's kind of restrictive, and it really makes me miss having a medic on my team. When you've got a full squad of commandos, it's great for health, it's great for, you know, attacking with the different weapons you've got, but in terms of like self-healing and healing other teammates, it's quite restrictive, given that you can only heal 40 damage, you can't heal multiple people, and yeah, it does kind of suck. The red legend Jakobski will be my next target because, I mean, well, he's only got 13 health, he's going to be an easy target to pick off, and I don't have to worry about him anymore. At that point, when that does happen, the enemy will basically start dropping like flies, and things will become a bit easier. You just saw from the bar at the top that indicates how the match is going in terms of the percentage on both sides and who is more in favour of winning. I am just in the lead apparently, so things are looking up a little bit, and at the moment the Japanese legend is the only one who has the most health, and he's going to use his poor little tranquilizer to damage the pillbox. So going to be taking down Yukovsky, like I said. Got the sniper rifle, could have used the machine gun as it only does 20 damage, but I mean I've got infinite ammo with the sniper rifle anyway, so it's not going to harm me too much. And then my primary focus is going to be on Big Mac and Tabazuki, given that they have the most health left. And at this point, you know, I'm thinking maybe I could heal up my teammates. Maybe I could go after him. He's only got 49 health, so I figured let's be clever here. Let's not go with the simple 40 damage. I've got a TNT. I may as well use it. And I don't know, I find that using the TNT, I don't like using TNT. It's one of the weapons that I find is just kind of boring, you know. I like mines. I like being able to be creative with different mines and plant them in different places. But TNT is just put it down and then run away. And it does 50 damage, you know. It just doesn't appeal to me as much as other weapons do. I'm a bit weird. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's currently a giant troublesome mistake lurking very close to the screen. He's about to shoot the pillbox. I don't know if that can give you a hint as to what's to come, but he's going to be dishing out some form of damage. Not going to be too much of a problem for the moment. And for some reason I used the bazooka. I don't know why I didn't just shoot him in the face, but I end up with a solid 38 damage anyway, so my primary focus is on the final legend. He's going to take down the pillbox with his airburst, which isn't too much of a problem, given that my pig inside has pretty much a full arsenal. He's only used the jetpack so far, so I do have cluster bomb and airburst capabilities, and that is all going to be well and good, given that he only has 82 health left and should be an easy target to take down. So basically going back to what I was saying, Izzy is the one player that I have just kind of ignored because he's just been damaging my pillbox this whole game, and yeah, it doesn't really bode well. And that is always the way in Hogs of War. If you ignore someone for too long, they end up being a real nuisance and basically ruining everything. My main target in this match was to finish with 5 pigs, and he's like, oh, okay, so there's a pig over here, I'm going to shoot him, he's going to dish out 40 damage, that's fine. And I don't know what my brain didn't think, oh, maybe he's going to like target him again, so I guess I should like close the gap or something and you know, just block, like body block him or something, get my pigs in the way so he doesn't target him again, given that my pig, who he just shot, now has like 34 health, meaning that a bazooka can take him down. But for some reason I think that a bazooka shot is fine. I don't know, mistakes everywhere. Unfortunately, he takes down one of my pigs and annoys the hell out of me because I wanted to finish with 5 pigs intact and show that I am a good boy, good player when playing Hogs of War and fighting legends. But ripperoni to my Commandoni, and that is pretty much going to wrap everything up. Going to go ahead and shoot Izzy in the face to finish this off. But like I said, let me know your thoughts on the legends in the comments below. Do you think the Commando stacks up quite nicely against them? All that jazz, let me know, and that's going to wrap everything up. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys later for the next one.